former agency operative Rico Rodriguez. Responsible for deposing half a dozen heads of state. And he's here in Solis.
What's up? Tinky230, I hope everyone's having a great day. So welcome back to the monthly series, What Are You Playing This Month? Where I ask you what you'll be playing in the next 30 or so days. If you noticed, I changed the title of the series to better suit what it is. Games coming out this month. The question of what are you playing this month is still there, but it's an acronym now. But yes, the year is almost at an end, but we still have at least one big release and a bunch of indie games you might not have heard about. Let's get started. There's a lot of games to cover. Keep in mind, while I'm covering this now, some games could still get delayed, like number 3 on this list a couple months ago.
The truth is a very powerful weapon.
So I'll admit I was really hyped for Just Cause 3 when that released. I enjoyed the living heck out of Just Cause 2. The vertical freedom with the parachute and the grappling hook kind of felt like being Spider-Man at the time. Though the story was forgettable and the base takeovers were repetitive, there was no denying it was fun to just blow shit up. I think Avalanche set out what they wanted to do, and it delivered. So when I got my hands on Just Cause 3, I was a bit disappointed with it overall on release. I did love the wingsuit, that was awesome, and the tweaks that were made to the tethers were great, along with a handful of other gadgets. It made Rico feel like even more of a Swiss Army knife. But, while blowing shit up was still fun, it didn't evolve as much as I would have wanted from Just Cause 2. Now with Just Cause 4, the weather system is intriguing, exciting even. It can create a lot of havoc and randomness to how things proceed, possibly making you think on the fly a bit more. Avalanche talked about refining the story a bit, but still not sure that'll win any awards, but some emotional investment and character development would be nice. They also mentioned a while ago about enemy types that would need to be countered, giving gameplay a bit more depth. I'm not sure where that's at, since the focus has obviously been on the weather system. But I'm just hoping the story, mission variety, and gameplay all come together to create some memorable moments. It's out December 4th.
Campaign and explore the world of Solis. The world is yours, and what you do with it is up to you.
From now, this magnificent creature could carry a crossbow and be a sassy little duck.
I've been looking forward so much to Mutineers Zero, Road to Eden. I guess it's because I've been trying to find something that sticks to that XCOM-ish formula, but can still stand on its own. Phantom Doctrine was okay, Battletech I enjoyed, and this soon-to-be in early access game called Endstate looks like it might hit the mark. So yeah, I've been on a quest. I think the thing that got my attention with Mutineers Zero is the idea and the character design. I mean, how often do you play as an anthropomorphized mutant duck and pig along with a human that turns their skin to stone? Even though the combat transitions into turn-based, you can also explore the world freely, which is cool, and the thing that I really like is you can go stealth freely as well before a confrontation to set yourself up for a big ambush. Expect some videos on this. I'm excited. It's out December 4th. So Insurgency Sandstorm got delayed to December 12th of this month. There were a lot of kinks to work out after the beta, and New World Interactive decided it was best to get back under the hood before release. I haven't tuned in much since the beta, but looking at the news on its Steam page, they've employed a major update along with some hotfixes. Hopefully it'll be good to go when it launches. Still looking forward to the campaign whenever that drops. The original Kingdom was one of the most beautifully pixelated games I've ever had the chance to play. It's a visually idyllic game set in a medieval land, but when night falls, demonic creatures emerge from portals, and you'll need to fend them off to keep surviving. Eventually, you'll build a boat to leave, and from what I gather, since I did finally get to leave after 40 or so days, start all over again. The sequel, Two Crowns, looks to follow the same formula, but this time, you can play with a friend. I never expected co-op in this game, but I've already been talking with Squawker about booting this up and enjoying that blood moon together. Plus, there's also a Shogun era land that pretty much guarantees a purchase for me. It's out December 11th.
夜に備えよう。
As I wait patiently for 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim from Vanillaware, Bladed Fury reminds me a lot of another one of Vanillaware's previous games, Muramasa the Demon Blade. Bladed Fury is set in ancient China, along with the history, mythology, and surrealism that come with it. The action looks sweet, and the animations from the different kinds of weapons and bosses look oh so fluid. It's developed by Next Studio, and it's out December 18th. Alright, back to the quick hits. I'm still not sure how to pronounce this, so I'm going to name it Gree. It's a gorgeous looking game, and one I'll try to put on the channel. The Steam description states, Gree is a hopeful young girl lost in her own world, dealing with a painful experience in her life. Her journey through sorrow is manifested in her dress, which grants new abilities to better navigate her fated reality. It's out December 13th. Jagged Alliance Rage got delayed as well. I never got into the Jagged Alliance series, but I know the early ones are remembered fondly. This game takes place 20 years after the first game, and while the visuals delve more into a stylized look in this one, I'm kinda digging the Apocalypse Now vibe. How the gameplay turns out is another matter. Hopefully it's good. It's out December 6th. Man, Kenchi. This game has been in development for a long time. I played it in its early access days. I was intrigued by the trailer, played a bit to learn some of the systems, but didn't continue playing. I had fun for what I played, and decided to wait for a full release. Who knew that release would be like 5 years later, with a total development time of 12 years. Lo-Fi Games, holy shit. The day of version 1.0 is upon us. Congratulations, it's out December 6th. So I'm just gonna cluster these two games together, Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight and Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. If you enjoy Persona, particularly 3 and 5, obviously, and if you enjoy rhythmic dancing, this will probably be a home run. There's always something striking about these games, especially seeing characters from an RPG move into another genre. It just goes to show how popular these characters are. They're available separately, or you can grab them both with the Endless Night collection for $99.99. That version will also include Persona 4 Dancing All Night. They're out December 4th. As for me, more Red Dead Redemption 2 until it's complete, Mutineers Zero, and possibly some Gree and Bladed Fury. So with all that behind us, let me turn my head toward you all and ask, what are you playing this month? That's going to be it for this episode. A list of games is down in the description below. It's not a full list, but most. As always, some games could still get delayed. So if you all made it this far, thanks for watching. And as always, take care and take you 230 out. Right, y'all. Game on, everybody. Keep smiling. Thanks for the support. And I'll see you next month.